lots of thoughts trying to come out at the same time. But,
whatever you or any other party might want to introduce to try and stop the people coming across, let's say they still do. Because so far no one's come up with any way to stop them. Let's say they still do. What do you do with them when they get here? Because both under Labour and the Conservatives, they're putting them up in hotels. You wouldn't presumably just let them roam the streets. You've got to provide something to house them.
You have to be much, much quicker at removing them from the country and making it clear they will not be allowed to stay, whether that's in a hotel.
Ignore international
and what about those countries who
we need to
will
be able
not
to put our
take
own
them
country
back?
first. Well, we need to use other elements of soft power and
Like what?
And we need
So
to.
how do you send Iranians back? How do you send Iraqis back? How do you send Somalians back? Because they will not let them get off the plane. And that's why the Rwanda scheme, sending them to a third country so that they are not in the UK ad infinitum, was actually the only effective way of dealing with those people who come from countries who won't take them back. How do you deal with that?
We need to use things like our contributions to international aid and use that as a tool to have those negotiations and make those agreements and be prepared. Fundamentally, we elect our government, and we all. Well, three of us, people who've stood for election and been part of that. We do that, and the people that we serve, first and foremost, are the people that elect us, the people that pay taxes in this country. That's who we should be looking out for first. And,
right. But how do you send these people back you can't send back? I mean, we all say we want to do that, but in practice, unless you've got a third country option like Rwanda, which other European countries are now looking at something similar, that's the only way you practically can deal with those people who will be in this country indefinitely once they get into British territorial waters.
It's always entertaining watching two right-wingers trying to outdo each other on an issue that neither of them can resolve. Tory MP Tim Loughton clashed with Reform UK's Alex Wilson over, well, immigration. Host Ian Dale asked Wilson what his party would do with asylum seekers who have already arrived in the UK by small boat. Wilson didn't really have an answer, of course, and whilst it was amusing to watch the Tories somewhat holding him to account, Loughton didn't help his own case either. They're still banging on about Rwanda, for God's sake. Let's be clear, Rwanda is a joke. It was a gimmick. It's not working. It never has and it never will. It is not the deterrent that they promised. Wilson's big idea is just deport them. But deport them where exactly? As Loughton pointed out, where are you sending people from Afghanistan, Iraq or Iran? You need an agreement with those countries to take those people back. But good luck with that. Is Nigel Farage going to negotiate with the Taliban to take people back from fleeing the Taliban? The whole deport them argument doesn't work. It's lazy and it ignores the reality. If you don't have agreements with these countries, you can't just deport these people there. Simple as that. And as for the notion that this harsh rhetoric will somehow stop people from coming in the first place, it hasn't worked before. Why should it work now? Stop the boats. The boats keep on coming. Why? Because tough talk doesn't solve complex issues. More British officials have flown to Rwanda than asylum seekers. The few who did go were paid £3,000 each and went voluntarily. Nobody knows where they are now, not even the government. Neither the Tories nor Reform UK have a real solution. They want to look tough and weaponise the issue for political gain. We all know the real solution. Create safe routes so that people don't have to cross the channel in the first place, and speed up asylum processing so that they're not stuck in hotels indefinitely. But that doesn't get headlines, does it? Of course it doesn't. These parties aren't interested in solutions. They're interested in stirring the pot. But let me know what you think. I've been Jake from Just Jake. As always, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the Facebook page, and feel free to buy me a beer from the description below, but not a real one. I'm not that kind of guy. You actually made it to the end of the video. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, which, why haven't you already, is somewhere over there. And also, if you want to watch more videos, also check out over there. I've been Jake from Just Jake. See you later.